Facebook peeps. It is Wednesday night. It is 9 o'clock, and it is Chit Chat Shop, and we are live here with this lovely lady. I mean, styling. Patty, not styling.
Hey.
This lady is styling. Miss Rebekah Higgs, DIY mom. Yeah. Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
That's me. Thanks for having me.
We're so excited. I said the other day, it's a small world. I put a lot of connections together. I was watching some of the recaps of the episodes, and your dad was in there, and I was like, I know that man. That's Graham. So
my dad is the voice of reason on many occasions. So.
He's actually the voice of reason for me sometimes too. So it's good.
He's good at
it
that.
Carries over. Yeah.
Hi, Dad, if you're watching.
Yeah. Hi. Anyway, so we're gonna cook some food out. We're gonna talk about all things DIY mom and maybe other things, and go from there.
Awesome.
Cool. So you said let's do something keto.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see what you have drummed up for me.
Cool. Well, we've done a couple of keto episodes. We
Yeah.
had Caitlin from Elegant Productions on, and we did some keto food for her. And we had Dr. Ben and she's going to kill me because I just totally forgot. Ashley. I was going to say Natalie. That's totally wrong. Help me out. Dr. Ashley.
You can't possibly remember everybody's name that's been on this show. I mean, 40 episodes.
I know, that's
pretty
true.
wild.
I should remember them all, though. I feel that. I feel like, I've been here for every one, but maybe one, maybe two.
Yeah.
So they came on, we did some keto stuff, and so I thought, okay, so when you think, people think keto, they think like super fatty, like heavy bacon and cheese and all that kind of stuff, which is all true. Keto diet is all about increasing the level of fat in your diet.
Right.
But I think some people kind of go a little overboard with the bacon and the cream cheese and the whipping cream and all those things. And I like whipping cream. We all know I use it often.
Everybody loves whipping cream.
Exactly. In my coffee, it's all there.
Oh,
so
okay.
I thought tonight we would do the healthier fat versions of some of the keto. So
Perfect.
we have our salmon, which
Love
is a
salmon.
Do you love? Okay,
Oh,
well,
I love
perfect.
it. My daughter will eat raw salmon like anytime.
Sushi lover?
Anytime, any day. If I put some raw salmon in front of her, she eats it.
My son is a sushi lover. Kathleen will eat it too, but my son is like big fan. So we've got that going on, and then we're gonna make like a kid. So I was thinking, okay, you have a young daughter. We're kid friendly. We're both active parents. How can we do something that's also our kids can eat? Because we're not making multiple meals for different palates. So this is our version of fish and chips.
Oh, awesome.
So we're gonna make some chips out of, in season, some local fiddleheads.
I love fiddleheads.
Well, there you go.
I'm obsessed with them. I think they're so delicious.
They're so delicious, and they make perfect little spiral fries, and your kids will gobble them up.
So cute.
And then I also
tried to go foraging for fiddleheads the other day.
Did you really? Where?
I was walking out in Lawrencetown, and I started
Okay.
seeing
That
all
makes
these
sense.
like what looked like fiddleheads to me, but I wasn't sure if they were edible because they're kind of covered in a film. So I wasn't really sure how to forage for them, and I know that they can be poisonous if you don't cook them right.
They can be.
So you can tell us all about how to cook them properly.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm from New Brunswick originally, and that's sort of like fiddlehead capital.
Yes.
And so a lot of the fiddleheads that you see here in Nova Scotia actually come from New Brunswick. These ones, when I bought them at the grocery store today, did say they came from New Brunswick, Miramichi.
Now they had mentioned that to be wary of some fiddleheads from New Brunswick because of the flood.
Because of the flood, that's right. And so these ones were listed, and they said that these were safe to eat and consume. They do recommend that you steam them for a certain amount of time, or you cook them to a certain degree, right? I think it was 135, 145. But we're going to deep fat fry them. So we're not going to run into any trouble.
That does
any
it,
trouble.
right?
So these are great, and they're, again, there's a short season. You get 6-8 weeks out of these, and then that's done. And then, so I thought you could always get asparagus. The other thing you can always use is eggplant works really well. I went to the store today to find jicama. Have you ever cooked with jicama?
I feel like I might have cooked with jicama before.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure, but I would have loved to have done something with it.
Yes. They didn't have any, so I was kind of out of
Yeah.
luck. So I kind of had to come up with other solutions. So jicama, if you peel it, it's a really low starchy vegetable, and so you can slice it up like fries, and your kids won't know the difference. It looks
Oh,
the
it's in
same.
those mixed fruit vegetable bags of chips. There's jicama in them.
Yes. So we're going to do asparagus, we're going to do fiddleheads, we're going to do salmon, we're going to make our own version of keto fish and chips, and we've got some great condiments to go along with it.
Awesome.
And we're going to add some really healthy avocado to the condiments so that we get extra fat, which is what's important.
Yay, I love avocado.
Question.
Charlotte Llewellyn says hi to you.
Hello, Miss
Hi,
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
And we have Mark Gowith from Switcher Studios here.
Mark from
Hey.
Switcher. Love it.
And Bridget Millway's here saying hello.
Oh, hey, Bridget.
We've got some people over here on the DIY Mom Instagram too. So
there's
thanks
so
for
many.
joining us. Hi, Kathleen. Kathleen's a big cooking lover,
Woo-hoo.
so maybe we'll cook some fiddleheads together soon.
Hi. Yes, awesome. Okay, so we're going to start with the vegetables and get those out of the way, and then we're going to move on to the salmon.
Okay.
So I have taken these fiddleheads and
Yeah.
I have basically run them under cold water and then I've pulled out the fern. So you see, it sort of twists like a bit of a spiral fry.
Oh, okay. You take that out.
And then I've just broken off the end. So I've
Okay.
done that prep work for us. And then I've dried them really well. I sort of shook them off in the colander.
So why do you take out the fern? Because it turns brown?
I
or
also
just-
I just think for spiral fries for kids,
It'll
they
make
like
it-
shapes, right?
right.
And if they're like little solid green masses, it's less appealing
This will be
to
great.
young eaters than it
This is
is if
brilliant.
it's like this.
Genius, Chef Patty. Genius.
I have a 7 and 10-year-old. I
Why they
know
pay
what
you
it's
the
like
big
sometimes
bucks.
to try to get them to eat green vegetables.
Yes.
Although my kids are pretty good. So we're going to do a 3-step breading process. And so
Okay.
typically in traditional, you would have
Do you need to hand you some
yeah,
stuff here?
you just pull it over. So I whipped this up. So this is
So
almond flour.
This is how you keto bread for
keto bread.
deep fry.
For anything you want to do
Okay.
keto, you
Yes.
just basically have to substitute the flour portion.
Right.
So we've got almond flour here rather
Yeah.
than your regular all-purpose flour. We've got eggs, which are totally keto friendly.
Yeah.
Right. I've added a little bit of water to that. If you wanted to add a little more richness, you could add whipping cream. You could add milk. You could add any kind of fat, like fatty milk
Yeah.
product to that. And then in the end here, I've basically got almond flour, which we use this lovely Bob Mills
Yeah.
Dr. Bob's Red Mill, sorry. And then I have Valley flax flour, which is a great local product.
Great.
And this is awesome because it's got a ton of fiber in it, and flax is super good for you as
Right.
well. So you're adding that healthy fat. So I've mixed
Perfect.
almond flour and flax flour, sort of 2 parts almond flour, 1 part flax flour, and then I've added in some Parmesan cheese.
Ah.
So
Yeah.
again, nice fatty, nice salty flavor is going to add to it, and also
Tasty,
going to have
delicious. Yeah.
100%. So
Awesome.
typical breading process is dry, wet, dry.
Yeah.
I find with almond flour, it's much softer than an all-purpose flour, so you need a little bit of, you need to kind of do what they call a double breading process. So what we're
Okay.
going to do, what you're going to do is you're going to take
Yes.
in a fiddlehead,
Yeah.
you're going to dip it in the wet,
Okay.
throw it in the dry, dip it back in the wet, and then put it to your final breading, which is over the other side. Now I'm going to grab a pan that you can place these on. And that's your television it arrives. Yes, question, Adam.
Ted's here, Sarah
Hey.
Lawson's here, Ivan
Hi.
Cisco's here from New Brunswick.
Oh, awesome.
Debbie
Hey.
Adams is here. Hello, Debbie.
Oh, there you go.
So I will teach you a trick here.
Yes,
So
to keep your
a
fingers
wet
together.
hand and a dry hand. So do your wet here.
This is amateur right here. This is.
I did that earlier for the
chef
record.
version is having a wet hand.
Yeah, wet
it comes
hand,
in handy in
dry
many
hand.
situations, but mostly in breading.
Oh, okay. So you've got wet, dry hand. You're going
Okay.
to take your dry hand, throw it back in the wet. You're going to toss it around.
Yeah.
Throw it in there and then toss it around.
Okay.
Okay. So let's do up maybe 10 or 12 of those. And then I'm going to get started on the asparagus, which again,
Double breading.
double breading. We're doing exciting things here.
This is really, really great.
Yeah.
And
All
also,
right.
you want to keep that spiral effect, or will it kind of pop?
It will
back?
pop a little bit, but it's sort of the more they sit too. I just pulled these at like an hour ago, but if you were to let them sit in the fridge overnight, they would actually kind of pop out a little bit too. So just something to consider.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. So
Exciting. Definitely something I can do myself at home too.
100%. And this is a great thing. Kids love this process. Wet, dry. It's messy. It's textural. They love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I did a little research. You have a very interesting story.
Thank you.
Like super interesting.
what did you find out?
Oh, I sleuthed. I did. I sleuthed.
Deep secret.
Deep secrets? No, I mean, it sounds like you've had so much fun and like all sorts of exciting things have happened and you've got lots of support and
Yeah.
so give me a little breakdown, a little rundown on your own of
Well,
sort of
my
how you
little
got
story?
here to DIY Mom.
Well, I was a musician.
Yes,
and
which is exciting.
Yeah, and I was having a great time playing music. Moved to Toronto. Thought that the big city would give me more opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of got dragged into this whole waitressing, making money to live because it's so
Oh, yeah.
expensive there. And my music career lost a lot of momentum.
Okay.
Got pregnant by accident.
It all happens.
And then
It does. It happens.
and then decided, when that relationship wasn't working out, to come home to Halifax.
Okay.
And my dad, bless his heart, gave me a great opportunity. He said, if you come home to Halifax and you... Oh, am I supposed to go back into the wet?
That's all right. No, you're good.
Okay.
You're doing an excellent
If you come
job.
back to Halifax, I have a house that's run down. Somebody's been living there. They haven't been taking care of it, and we have to evict them. If you do the renovations, you can live there for free for a year. So that really gave me an opportunity to like come back with my little baby, get my feet back on the
So
ground.
she was born in Toronto.
Yeah, so she
Okay.
was 1 year old when I moved back.
Okay.
And we started renovating, and that was like my first real project managing job of renovations. And I've always loved to renovate. Oh, look, you do it
You
like
have a-
5 at a time. I've always loved decorating, you know, anything that has to do with creativity.
Yeah.
I was doing set design and other work for my friends. Came home to Halifax, had this opportunity to renovate a house, did that. Met some people in the film industry in Nova Scotia. They gave me an opportunity to learn about commercials and producing. And then started thinking, like, outside of that, where do I fit in? How can I make support my child in
Doing this.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I really needed to make a transition out of the music scene because at that time, like, that was when the big transition was happening with the internet and music becoming so accessible to people. It was really becoming hard to make a living.
Okay.
So I found that film and making video was a way that was really financially supported.
Okay.
And so I
Yes, we're ready.
taught myself how to edit, taught myself how to film, taught myself how to
All
do things.
self-taught.
Yeah, and started making
amazing. Good
YouTube
for you.
tutorial videos of my like hack DIYs and like.
Oh, I've watched them. There's some great ones on
And
there.
honestly, every video that I did was like my first time doing it too. It's not like I practiced before I did the
Okay.
video.
Did you practice that stair runner?
No.
Really?
I just,
You
like,
nailed that. I was
just,
like, that is
I'm
my
just gonna-
favorite DIY project.
Yeah. I'm just gonna give this a go.
Okay.
You know, so I kind of learn as I go, and I thought that was kind of fun. It's fun for people to watch me make mistakes and
We're gonna move
learn
on to
as we go.
asparagus.
Okay, we're
We're
gonna move
good,
on.
we're good.
Yes. So so the DIY mom thing kind of developed, became more feasible for me, and then I got the Bell TV show, so I got to make 10
Yes.
episodes with my home that I bought.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then I
You're
found
still in
a
that home?
Yes, because I found this home for an amazing deal. Nobody
It
else
is.
wanted it because
Yeah.
it was really outdated. It really needed a lot of work. It's very intimidating for a lot of people. But the first time I stepped into it, I knew that it was just my
Dream.
That was my place. That was my house. I could just tell it had really good bones, and had all this amazing potential. So I took that place on and started renovating that, and that's when I decided to just like go all in and film it all.
That's awesome. I love it. We just moved, personally, my husband and myself and our 2 kids,
Yeah.
a week and a half ago. And the home that you bought is very similar to the home that we sold. Which, when we moved into it, I had all this
Yeah.
vision of like, this is going to be amazing. And we just need to do one coat on that, right into that. And it has like the old stair, the big baseboards. It was just awesome. But life got busy. Kitchen door got busy, and my kids got busy. So we ended up going to another house that is lovely as well.
Yes.
But I
It
did a
is
lot of
something-
DIY projects there.
If you
love
don't
that.
have the time to do it,
It's
you know,
tough.
yourself, then
It's really
I
tough.
understand why people buy houses that are already renovated.
Yeah.
If it's not a passion, it can just suck up a lot
Exactly.
of time.
Question, Mr. Adam?
Yeah.
So Jessica Mayer wanted to know if this can be posted, the recipe was posted
I can
somewhere.
post the recipe.
Okay, and
I
then
say
we
that,
have-
and sometimes I don't, but I promise I will post it this time.
So Charlotte Llewellyn, I'm not sure if you know her personally. Right?
Yeah,
She
Charlotte?
loves.
Yeah.
She says she loves the reruns and your
Thank
Wicked
you.
Mom Authentic, and she says the best episode was the one with your daughter's mirror.
Oh, her bedroom? Like
yeah, I think-
the bedroom, is that the one you're talking about?
Let's see, your
You'll
best
have to
one
give
I enjoy is
those-
your daughter's mirror. Is what.
Oh, my daughter's bedroom and all that stuff, maybe? Yeah.
There's
Thank
so many
you.
great
Thanks for
ones there.
watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Awesome.
I have fun for sure.
Cool. All right, so we're gonna fry these up. So
Okay.
if we were at home, we would use a pan like this. You can use a cast iron skillet or any kind of skillet. Put in, a good inch of oil. I would probably use a canola oil, some sort of clean oil that doesn't have a lot of flavor.
Okay.
Super keto, you would use an avocado oil. So that's my new
Oh.
cooking oil at home.
Is this the thing? Really?
Avocado oil, yeah, you can buy it at the giant name.
Oh no, I have
store.
the avocado oil, but I didn't know that keto you had to use
With
avocado
regard to the
oil.
C, yeah. No, avocado. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it because there's no sponsorship from the big C store.
Oh.
But I'm kidding. But yeah, no.
They'll come around. They just
They'll
have to
come
figure it
around.
out.
We'll be featuring all of their products here. No, I'm kidding. So good inch of oil, and yeah, I use avocado oil because it's clean oil. You don't taste the
Okay,
avocado. If
yeah.
you put olive oil,
And coconut oil, you can kind of taste.
you taste it.
Unless actually, if you use a low-grade coconut oil, you get less of the coconut flavor.
Really?
If you use like a pure virgin coconut oil, you
That's
taste
all
the
I use.
coconut. But if you use like a cheaper one,
Look at you
don't
teaching me
taste so
something.
good.
I love this.
Yeah.
I need more guests to teach me something. This is good. I like this element here.
Like stick to what you know,
Stick to-
girl.
yeah,
I'm the chef here.
No, I love it. So we're going to do the salmon in this, but I've got the deep fat fryer on right now, and we've got canola on that, so that's going to be super easy and crisp
Okay.
for those. And then what we're going to do is do the salmon up.
Great.
So again, keto, you need breading, and so that's why we're using almond. If it was if we were jicama, we wouldn't have to bread it. But with any sort of green vegetable, you stick it in the deep fat fryer, all it's going to do is absorb that oil and kind of be greasy.
Okay.
Okay? So we're going to wipe down the boards.
Yeah.
And have you butchered salmon?
Have I butchered salmon?
Yeah, have you butchered salmon?
I don't know if I've like technically.
I mean, I don't
butchered
have a whole side here, but I did.
accidentally butchered. Yes.
You're hilarious. All right, so I worked in Alaska for 2 years,
Okay.
in Sitka, Alaska, and they caught all sorts of fish, mostly king salmon, but like halibut and other things. So we skinned a lot of halibut, or sorry, a lot of salmon. So
Okay.
the trick to salmon is, and if you again, if on keto, the fattiest part of the salmon is your belly strip.
Okay.
So I used to get from the boats, from the charter fishermen, they would butcher they would fillet the entire piece, and they would trim the bellies off, and that's what I would smoke. And that's what's super, super rich and luscious. So if you have a good relationship with your fishmonger, or you can say, can you save me the bellies? Because I'm telling you, they're the most delicious part. They're full of fat. They're great for keto.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
what I do is, you got skin side
So
down.
is this Pacific salmon?
This is Atlantic salmon.
Okay.
No, I didn't go.
It's hard to find the Pacific.
Well, all the Pacific salmon that comes here is frozen.
Yeah.
And when you freeze fish, the texture of it changes so dramatically. It's just it's not the same. I have that covered. Like, there's so many things you can buy and freeze, but fish is one of those things. Like even seafood, like scallops and shrimp, they freeze really well.
Yeah.
Fish, it totally changes the texture of it. It's
Yeah.
worth picking up fresh fish on the way home the night you're going to make it.
Right.
So if you were to do the whole thing, you could take the tail and you would slice down and then just move your knife along. So what you're going to do is just sort of take the end, cut down, and then hold this sort of tail piece, and then just gently move your knife along the bottom, and you'll see I've pulled off all. So just at an angle and
Okay.
just gently.
And so so you actually want to your right hand.
And I would lift your knife up a little. There you
Little
go.
more
Yeah,
of an angle?
yeah, and that's it.
And then whenever I watch those cooking shows, they always say,
Excellent job. Look
Let
at
the
you.
knife do the work.
That's exactly
In
it.
a
Your
British
knife needs to
accent.
be sharp enough to
Let
do
the
the work.
knife do the work.
Okay, I need an accent. Let the knife do the work.
There we go.
There we go. Look, see, you look. You could be a
Beautiful.
pro here.
Beautiful. Now,
Beautiful.
wait a second.
No, that's okay. That's just the bottom of the skin. I mean, if you wanted to trim that off, you could just go back with your knife
Yeah.
and trim it off. But you're fine. You're
Okay.
fine. You're absolutely fine.
And then you can deep fry the skin and make it crispy.
Yeah, no, it'd be awesome. Although I'm not as people are like crispy skin. I'm like, no, not my thing. Not my thing. I'd rather eat the.
What can you do with
Toast
it?
it in your toaster oven, and it's great for your dog or your cat.
Oh, they like the crunchy little bit.
Love it. I
treats.
keep it in a freezy bag in the freezer, and it's a
Do you
treat.
really?
Yeah, well, not anymore. But
She has a house of animals.
Yeah, I do. They love it. And
Many
it's great
animals.
for them.
One of
It's good
those.
fat.
Yeah, one of those. She has house of kids and animals. Just for
Wow,
the record.
you are.
Yeah, she's a
Great.
real pro. So I'm cutting these into sort of small bite-sized, not bite-sized, but like kid-friendly size. So all we're going to do is cut it
That way?
sort of into 3 strips this way and then cut it in half.
So
Or you can
because-
cut it in half first and do it the other way.
Right, because
whatever you want.
Because you want the sort of like the fat. What's that called?
That's called the fat.
The marbling.
marbling. Of
You want the
salmon.
marbling to go like you wouldn't want to go that way. You want
No,
it to go
exactly.
so you
Against
get
the
an
grain,
even
as you
amount.
would in yeah, so 3 slices over. It's like you've done this before. It's
Well-
like you know what's happening.
If you have a good knife, it makes a big difference. Obviously, you sharpened this knife for me before.
No, all our knives are sharp. That's the team. Sharp, not sharp.
They're asking what wine you're drinking.
Oh, what wine are we drinking?
Secret kitchen door wine. No, it's called Il Padrigo. It's a Pinot Grigio.
Yes.
Yes. But I don't know if you can buy it. It's only through licensees, I believe.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty yummy, don't you
You know what?
think?
I got a little
Cheers.
tip from a chef one time for this great $10 to $12 bottle of white wine called Citra.
Oh yeah, that was our old house wine.
It
It's
is
delicious,
so
isn't it?
good.
I know. I drink it by the case. We don't talk about
Say that out
that.
loud, the mic's right here.
No comment. No comment. Okay.
Okay.
So these ones I did a little earlier. What you're going to want to
Yes.
do with this is you're going to want to sprinkle them with the seasoned salt, which I know people go, oh, seasoned salt, like, and so we used a local one. This one's called Tradewind Spice Blend, which is the Halifax Spice Company.
Okay.
So I met these guys at Saltscapes one year, and we bartered
They do sponsor the
spices.
show.
No, they don't sponsor the show. Actually, I've never used this before tonight. They're going to be like, yeah, I gave that to you a year ago. But I was like, seasoned salt, and I don't buy seasoned salt, so I had this in the pantry.
Yeah.
We fed them cranberry chicken salad sandwiches, and they gave us Halifax spices. So it's just basically a seasoned salt that has a bunch of herbs, pepper, that kind of thing.
Does it have like a lemon flavor to it or anything like that?
Oh, that's a good question. I
Let's
just
taste
used it
it.
for the first time. You want to go right in there. Dig in. Salty? It's a salt.
Yeah. Do they use kelp or any kind of seed products?
They used to put on popcorn.
Salt,
Oh,
garlic.
that would be
Yeah.
really good on popcorn.
So, salt, garlic, sugar, black pepper, onion, cumin, celery seed, cayenne pepper, plus other herbs and spices, they're not telling us. Contains no MSG.
okay, well that's good.
So what this does is I sprinkled on, so you
Yeah.
can sprinkle on both sides.
Can I do it like the chef way, where you
Oh,
go,
yeah,
where you go like this and then you go from like really high up
Why do you do that,
Why,
Patty?
why do you know why you do that?
to evenly to look cool?
Tribute,
To
she
look-
knows!
You salt babe. You salt babe. Come on.
She said to look cool.
I'm changing my mind.
Okay, then you
I
flip
put
it over.
some-
Don't put too much on one side.
Oh, sorry.
Flip it over.
Okay.
And so what that does, when you put the salt on it, it kind of pulls the moisture out. As you look at this one, you can see all the salt is wet, and that's going to firm up your salmon, which is
So
really going to help from a
Do you
frying
like to
perspective.
do you like to let it sit for a
Yeah.
little bit if you wanted to?
So if I was home, like 30 to 40 minutes is probably. But I mean, if you were on the fly and you need to do it, you could do it and just.
And that's
sprinkle it
why
on
when they
and be
do things like eggplant and stuff, they soak it in salt and let the
Pulls all the
does it push
moisture
the
out.
moisture out. But you don't put your cell phone in salt if you dip it in water, like use rice instead. That would be a mistake.
That would be a mistake. Yeah, it would be very bad. I can't speak to that, but it would be very bad.
Beautiful.
All right, so this is our salmon. We're going to do the same process. I'm going to pull this, pretend that we didn't do this asparagus.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to do almond flour, egg wash, and then our lovely, it's gotten a little chunky now because it's a
Yeah.
little wet, but we're going to be okay. We're going to pat it down. So we're going to take a piece, we're going to almond flour it,
Yeah.
egg wash it,
Oh, and you switch hands.
the wet dry. Remember the
Oh,
wet dry?
did you tell me that
I
earlier? and
did.
missed
I
it?
told you that already.
For
So
wine to
that's
take.
why
Wine to
this is all
take.
wet, because I didn't switch hands.
It's yeah, but I'm not placing blame.
Okay.
There's nobody.
I
I'm not
just-
throwing you under the bus here, lady.
I put all my faith in the cloth and not in the switching of
So
hands.
that's a little chunky for a breading, but we're going to be fine with that. Okay, so yeah, do her up.
This is going to be my dry
Wet,
hand.
dry, wet. And you know what we might do? So we might add a little more flax to
Wet
this.
hand.
And a little more almond flour so that it's a little drier,
Ooh, there you go.
so we don't have that issue. Oh, that's a little better.
Yeah.
All right.
it's that.
Sorry, I stole your.
Man, if I had known about the switching of hands earlier,
I'm washing my
I
hands.
feel like
Keep
it would be
going.
like successful at so many things. Never figured that out before. Okay.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Oh wait.
Oh, she's got it. She's got it.
Wrong hand. Okay.
Okay, as you do that,
If I was only ambidextrous.
so what else is happening in DIY Mom World? Like
Oh.
What's new and exciting? What's
well,
going on?
I'm planning
a house party where you're going to invite
yes.
me and I get to see all your
I
cool
do have
designs?
some
Okay.
amazing house parties. Totally should
Patty's
come.
getting on the list. I'm going to bring this.
Yeah, we'll do some oysters, shucking
Mhm.
oysters and stuff. I'm planning season 2, so I'm working on my ideas for next 10 episodes.
So the same
Yeah.
house?
No, different house. Yeah.
I love this.
I'm gonna go.
This is
I'm
very
reaching out to
exciting.
some clients and to different people to do stuff at their places.
Come on over.
Branching
Sign
out.
me up.
There you go.
Mena came on.
Oh, hey,
Hello,
Mena.
everyone.
Hey, Mena.
Sweat it, girls. She said.
Look, I'm switching hands. I learned something.
She's so talented, so talented. All right, so I'm going to put the oil on just to heat it up, give it about 2 minutes. But I've also got the fryer on, so I'm going to put our fries, our keto fries,
Yeah.
in the fryer. I'm going to sneak behind the sign
Okay.
so I can pick it up. You keep breading.
Yeah.
Charlie Toff just came on. James Dwyer just came on.
I'm really into this new breading thing. This new breading system has changed my life. So if people didn't pick it up earlier, I'm using different hands for dry and wet.
Dry, wet.
We're not gonna use whiteboards. I can't move anywhere. It's like shot right in my
Oh,
face.
I only did that because we were cutting the salmon. It was raw. I was like,
dude,
eh.
Oh, and the other kind of fun thing, it's not so much DIY Mom, but I've written a comedy pilot with my friend Kathy Jones from 22 Minutes.
I love
So
Kathy.
that's really fun.
You want to go? If you want to wash your hands and sneak over, you can, and then come back.
Okay.
I don't want you to stand there and feel uncomfortable. I know what it's like. All right, so we.
women say that to you.
Well.
Do you need
All right, we're
any
gonna
more?
move it. No, I'll move your white cutting board.
I'm saying.
I'm complaining. The tech crew is complaining.
I just can't move anywhere.
We can't
It's
do
like
anything
shot in my
right.
face.
All right, so we've got the vegetables in, we've got the oil on for the salmon, and then we've got to think about what we're gonna dip this in, because I'm a dipper, right? Like fries need dipping. We're gonna flip this over. Look, it's clean.
I love dipping.
So we
I'm
have
a double dipper. Are
Are
you
you?
okay with the double dipper?
whatever you want to do. Adam is totally perturbed by that, just so you know.
Yeah.
So I have a curry aioli here, which we have as a standard condiment. So just some curry. Again, if you were not on keto, you could add maple to it. You could do any kind of, but it's mayonnaise based, a little curry,
So is
whatever
this a
seasoning.
keto friendly one?
Totally, yeah. And this is a roasted garlic aioli. It has yes tahini. I know, it's pretty awesome. And this is
Sell that here?
yeah. Well,
So that's why you're not giving us the full recipe.
Look really curry.
Come by and
mayo,
buy some.
Yeah, come by and buy some. This is a roasted garlic tahini. Man. Whoa, powerful, eh? So,
Really, really into
one comment I will make. I'm just going to check on the veg just a second.
Yeah.
Everything's good. Is that if you
Ask your questions if you have questions.
yeah, ask questions. We're not, yeah, okay. Is that if you want to add more fat, you can mash up an avocado, which I took the knife away, but I'm going to grab it.
Yeah.
I keep going off camera. Very not planned, but I know. You can mash up an avocado.
Hey,
and
what's your trick to finding the perfect avocado?
I touch every single one in the grocery store.
And what's the feeling that you want?
Okay, so this is the feeling. If this is just salt, it gives a little give.
A little give.
So it's not rock hard,
Yeah.
but it's not super soft. Because if you can like indent it, it's too.
Yes.
It's too.
So when you go to like the Big C and all their avocados,
I
are
touch every
super
single one in the
hard,
bag.
Then
Oh, you put it in a
do
brown
you-
paper bag.
Do you have a little faith that they are going to soften to the right amount? Because sometimes they do that weird thing where it's like rotten in the middle.
I know, and they're rock hard.
Yeah.
I know. I buy successfully from the Big C lots of avocados.
There's no
There's no smell on
or
avocado.
anything. It's not like a melon.
I'm like, what are you doing?
You're
There's
like
no
a-
scent. Oh, look how small that pit is.
That's
That was a sad little avocado pit.
yes, but you know what? Mother Earth was generous to you. It's
Yeah,
like
generous.
You need all that.
Yeah, that's actually an
delicious-
odd shaped avocado pit. When you
Have
think
you ever
about it.
grown an avocado plant?
Well, no, you can't grow them in our climate.
No, you can put toothpicks in these and put them in water until they start to sprout, and you can plant them. Oh, and you don't.
Not that one.
You don't actually get an avocado, but you get a really pretty tree. You
Really?
get a little house plant.
My son would love that.
Yeah,
It's
like
like
a good experience. I've never had luck.
that should be a
doing it, but-
DIY video,
Okay.
like a time lapse.
Yes, of
Yeah,
like
100%.
2 years
Yeah.
later, finally.
Mr.
Yeah.
Adam, can I have a spoon, please? Because I didn't prepare properly.
Hold on, Brooke says season 2's coming in hot.
Oh, that's me.
Hot.
That's you, son.
You go right here. Coming in hot.
Oh, who's that?
Oh,
Yeah.
Popular we are.
What good are you?
All right. Yes, that one's
then
good.
I commented first.
All right, so
She said,
I
"No,
want you to
no,
scoop
no."
the avocado out and then mash it up, and then you can do either add 2 or 3 tablespoons of curry or 2 or 3 tablespoons of the roasted garlic, or really play it up and do like one of each. And you're just gonna mash it around and then whisk it into your own little dip. So what this is doing is adding in all that really good fat, increased fat into the dip. Because one of the things when you're on keto, it's really hard to get all the fat into your diet. Like
Yeah.
you struggle all day. You can only eat so much bacon and only eat so much cream cheese, right, Mike Tanner? He's not there, but he's gonna watch this
Right.
and he's gonna agree with me.
What do you mash it with this, or you mash it with a spoon?
Mash with a spoon, and then I would just whisk it in.
Okay.
Perfection.
My wife Sarah's here. She loves watching your show, and she says, "Come to our house, please."
Ooh, thanks, Sarah. I'll put a form up on my website
Exactly.
soon. Now accepting applications. We're casting. We are casting season 2 of DIY Mom.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So if you weren't on keto and you wanted to make these for your kids, and you wanted to be super quick and fast about it, the best secret for salmon fingers is actually buzzed up Ritz crackers.
Oh,
Because
yes.
they're buttery and they're luscious. So if you put those in the food processor and you buzz them up.
That's the
and
classic breading trick.
And you do this 3-step breading process with the Ritz, your kids will eat salmon every night of the week. Every night of the week. All right. I am going to flip these over. They don't need very long. Like probably total in like 2.5, 3 minutes.
And don't worry.
Look at you just
I think
mixing
that
it up.
I,
Don't worry about this. You guys are just good.
yeah, because
Take a look.
I think that I want to
Well,
do
no,
like
we could
the,
go for hours.
Yes,
the
I'm
two of
saying
us.
I think
Go
I
for
want the avocado and the garlic aioli to be one thing, and then the curry mayo to be a separate
Sure.
dip.
Whatever you
2
want.
dips?
Creative
What do you
license.
think? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Look here. Put your 2 dips, whatever you want, because we're going to plate up in a minute.
All
I feel
right.
like we're building this format for a new show. Like you renovate something and then she's cooked a meal for everyone.
I could do that. No problem.
We'll have Chef Patty on the season finale when we have the neighborhood party next time.
We can do it live.
Well-
We can actually do an episode live from somewhere.
Not only that, we do a season wrap up.
You should come to my kitchen. My kitchen's sweet.
I know, I saw it. It's pretty nice. I totally would come to your kitchen and make something else. But we do a season wrap. One of the seasons we can do a season summer party or a fall party. Maritime party. All right.
We have Kelsey Skinner, who's obviously came here a little late, asking who the guest is. So I said DIYMom.ca. So
Me.
you have 20 seconds.
Hey, Kelsey. I'm DIY Mom. Check out my Instagram.
Is that Chelsea Smith?
So Kelsey
Oh, I was
Skinner.
gonna-
And then
Hi.
Kelsey. And Mon Teach says, oh, drinking wine while cooking in the kitchen. I'm missing it.
Monteach has been here for many cooking classes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Monteach.
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 Monteach. She has, I think you've taken, Monteach has
teach
probably
you
taken
something.
5 of our classes, and I know because I see the Facebook feed live from the night, and she's photographed every single course that she's made and posted it to Kitchen Door, which is awesome. So I can see how
Thanks.
everybody's
yeah,
doing. It's
share this
awesome.
video if you guys are watching and you haven't shared. Share it.
Yeah, 100%.
Get
okay,
on that.
so we have our veggie, we have our salmon, which is off the heat that we're gonna do now, and then I'm gonna get the veg. Just one sec. I'm gonna need a
Oh,
bowl.
it smells good.
All right, all right.
All right,
And our salmon, we need a little platter.
So how much fat is in one avocado?
I do not know the answer to that.
Anybody? Anybody out there on the
Anybody know
internet
that?
know how much
Anybody
fat
Google that really
I'll Google
quickly?
it right
is
now.
in an avocado?
I got it.
My kids will actually take them whole for lunch and then like scoop them out.
Whoa!
And eat. Whoa! They look like fish sticks, don't they?
They smell like fish sticks.
And they smell
They
divine.
look awesome.
Boom.
What was I gonna say? I was
Pretty.
gonna say something super cool. Oh, the other thing about avocados, again, keto,
Grapes.
breakfast options. Take the pit out and put an egg in and bake them in the shell.
Really
And you can put like sriracha or anything yummy on them.
pretty.
Pretty
And
and,
then you
pretty
scoop it
yummy
out.
and scoop it out, and your kids, if your kids eat avocado, they'll eat it
Yeah.
right.
15 grams, it said.
15 grams, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because on keto, you need like 70 grams.
You need your goal body weight.
70% of your caloric
Like if you
intake
want to
needs
be
fat.
130 pounds, you have to eat 130 grams of fat.
Really?
That's what I heard, but obviously I know nothing about keto.
We should ask an expert. DIY
But
mom
no,
is an
I-
expert on many things, but not on.
I think you need like 70 grams of protein and like your goal weight in fat.
Oh, I always read like 70% of your diet needed to be fat, and then you needed 20% or 25% protein and 5% carbs.
Okay, well there.
That's what I think. Okay, so
I'm
you
sure that there's.
have you tasted this? Does this taste yummy?
This tastes delicious. This, like, I kind of wanted to do like one of those things.
Do you want to smear it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, go.
I wanted
go.
to smear, but
I love this. Creative.
I just like. I don't really
love
know
it.
how to smear.
All right, so
really
look, plate it up. Let's do it
perfectly.
up. Do it
Okay.
up. So you've got your fiddleheads, your asparagus. I'm gonna go get some garnish. Just a
Okay.
second. So it
Sarah
looks
Higgs
really
says,
awesome.
hey, sister. No, no, that's
Hey, my sister's tuning in.
Yeah,
For real,
Crystal
that's-
Richard just tuned in from New Brunswick.
Cristal, what's up, girl?
Look at the plating.
Yeah.
That's like a pro plating. Very nice.
Awesome.
Oh,
And we
look at
have
the
some
stack.
lovely herbs, mustard mix. Ooh, look, I picked off a magnet. These are from Good Leaf Farms, which is down in Truro. They do microgreens, and they're beautiful. So again, local.
Picking out all the
I
beautiful
know.
ones.
Look at you.
Look at that, right?
Well,
She could be the food stylist for Chit Chat Chaw.
Right.
Chit Chat Chaw.
I've forced my way into many food styling situations on set. I'm like, no.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know what we could add with that?
What?
Those cheese bombs that we had in keto.
Oh, the keto cheese bombs. Yeah, they're delicious too.
Looky, look.
Down and out
this.
is awesome.
She's like, don't patronize me. This is my thing.
hard
It's really great. And then decided to.
Wait,
Okay, we
Very
need
nice.
to we gotta clear the stage. Clear the stage for
Pardon
the
me,
dish.
Pardon me, I gotta go.
yeah.
It's a room.
She's on. She's on.
This is going to be tricky because I'm not sure how to incorporate the green now, but I think it's going to have to be like,
Any comments up there?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. Hi.
I was
There's so many people that have joined, but I can't see comments.
they might have
I'm
gone.
also extremely bad at Instagram. We all know that here at Kitchen
You're getting
Door
better
Twitter.
at it. You're getting better at it.
He's lying. I'm really
He's-
not. 100%. Look, you're getting all like avant-garde chef over here, like little.
I can't wait to taste this.
That's way different than I would have plated, but
Oh, can you do one?
Oh,
You
way-
do your
no,
version.
way more beautiful.
No, I want to
was-
see your version.
I'm pretty rustic. If you,
S. Vernon says hi, Patty.
Oh, hi, Sarah.
See you're on DIY Mom.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to copy you from a smudge perspective. Oh,
That's my wife. My wife's
here
on
she's
phone.
up. She's up here. She's high.
Wow, she's like
She's everywhere.
multiple dimensions.
She usually goes to sleep, but she said she stayed up.
Look at that.
That one's a little. That's a little too brown for me. So
Oh,
here,
she says, Rebecca, you're a natural.
she is totally a
That's
natural.
Well, you know, I took a whole house
You did take a whole
and
house
painted it.
and move the kitchen in it. Like I
moved
mean,
the kitchen.
that's pretty
right.
amazing.
That was the biggest thing, is moving the kitchen out of the corner of the house. Because you know when you buy those old houses, they all the kitchens are shoved into
Nobody
a little
thought
tiny
about
corner,
it, right?
And then so I was like, you know what? What do we love in the Maritimes? We love a big kitchen party.
Kitchen party,
So the kitchen needs to
100%.
be in the middle of the house.
Look, I think
That's
I'm
what I did.
forcing myself to be more foo-foo than I typically would on Chit Chat. I did dollops.
That's very food.
I don't normally do dollops. Look, I think
Beautiful.
they're both beautiful.
You did a
I
great.
just prefer the word smear.
Who?
Scott right up. Truth.
Scott. Smearing. We're smearing all the way. Okay.
Cheers.
So, cheers. You
can't
try
wait-
it out and
I
see
can't
what.
wait to try it.
You fake it if it doesn't taste good, right? That's our rule here.
Oh
No,
no, I would
This
probably
is
think it's
delicious.
delicious.
Don't be fraudulent, but
No, I love it.
What do you think? So almond flour has a different texture.
No,
So it's-
I love almond flour.
well,
I will eat any nuts.
good for her. That's awesome.
So,
I struggle with almond flour a little bit
I'm gonna put a whole fiddlehead in my mouth.
with garnish and
Yeah.
curry aioli. Yeah, good. She's not keeling over. It's pretty good.
Oh my gosh!
it's delish.
Oh man,
Okay, you got to try the salmon.
that is possibly the best fiddlehead I've ever eaten.
I love it. Love, love, love.
Look at this perfect little.
Because it was going to be jicama, and then it was fiddleheads, and I think the fiddleheads actually turned out better.
I
Better
love
choice.
fiddleheads. Well,
Better
fiddleheads are
choice.
so perfect for this time of
They
year.
are,
It's
and
so
you-
East
like,
Coast.
such
I'm
a
gonna try
short
my little
season.
guac.
What do you think? Do you think your daughter would eat that?
Hmm.
Keto.
I think I'm gonna eat all this and all that.
Sure. Go ahead.
Screw the rest of you. Fend for yourselves, people.
There's some more up there. I'll fry
There's
it
lots of snacks in the fridge. Thank you. This curry stuff. I gotta take some of that.
And you can make these ahead of time and freeze them in a back. And I freeze them, and then I just pull them out like you would frozen fish sticks. If you want, if you're like super.
Mayonnaise will last forever.
Oh my gosh,
Curry
I
will last
love
curry- yeah.
naughty keto food.
Yeah,
This is like naughty
But this
keto,
is
but
even,
also it's
like
healthy.
it's healthy keto. It's good fats for your fish. Almond flour, that's a good fat. Avocado is a good fat.
Yeah.
It's not bacon. It's not cream cheese. It's not whipping cream, which is all like again falls well. But this is a healthy fat keto. 100%.
And if there's no, I don't know if the aiolis are just eggs or if there's dairy in them.
no dairy,
If there's no dairy, then this is like the ultimate keto because it's like dairy-free keto.
which is very hard to do.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
You
have
are
a
gonna
book
post
about it.
it.
I have like this 30-day detox book.
So
It's
pretty.
dairy-free keto. I have not done it, but I love
It's
the
hard
recipes.
because I
They
put
have
whipping
amazing
cream in my
desserts
coffee.
and
I would
stuff.
struggle with that. And
No,
like
yeah.
if you do fat bombs, you need like they're like cheesecake bombs and they're all
Oh
this
yeah,
like
she does like coconut oil, like bulletproof coffee.
Yeah, I do bullet coffees. Do you do bullet coffees? Mm-hmm. I modernize mine. I do whipping cream, butter, and MCT oil.
And
All
is your
three.
brain
Triple
like just
bang.
going? all
I
day?
can eat a bullet coffee and
good
then we'll drink
energy?
one in the morning, and I don't have to eat till dinner time.
Do you find that your energy's gone up
Oh yeah,
too?
100%.
Yeah.
But I'm inconsistent because I was moving and doing all sorts of things.
And you
so-
have to taste everything that you cook.
I know it's painful.
Right?
Okay, so have you watched
Awesome.
the full show to the end? I know this is always a question. I feel like I'm putting people on the spot, but do you know what happens at the end of the show?
No. I eat all the food. I eat all the rest of the food.
All right, so
What happens at the end?
we're changing this at the end of season 2 because we're 40 episodes in and this is getting a little stale. I'm sure people are like, what are they doing? We say chit chat chop 5 times fast, like super fast.
It's,
like,
I
chit-chat-chop,
couldn't say it
chit-chat-chop,
even once.
chit-chat-chop,
I had to
chit-chat-chop,
like
chit-chat-chop.
redo a video 3 or 4 times because I could not say chit chat chop. Chit,
Well, this
chat.
is going to be really
you have
special.
To say it. You have to say it with an accent. You have to be like chit chat chop.
Chit,
Chit
chop.
chat chop.
Well, Keith MacArthur last week, who was our guest, he was like chit chat chop, chit chat chop, chit chat. It was like could barely move. Like chit chat chop. He's trying to get it out. Chit chat chop, chit chat chop,
Did
chit
you
chat chop.
purposefully pick like just like something really hard to say?
No, I don't even know where we came
No,
up with
we
it.
had-
I think
I
it was
went
Adam.
through-
Blame Adam. Blame
Because we're
Adam.
doing a presentation.
Adam was like, "This is so easy to say. I
so
have
great."
no trouble
No,
saying
we had
this."
all these different ones. It was like I think we were gonna do oh my gosh, all like kitchen chat and
Oh, you mean
School
for
of
the
Walk-
name?
School of Walk.
Yeah.
was
Oh.
gonna be- and then you came up with
I
Chit
came
Chat
in.
Chop.
I came into the office. They're like, we're trying to come up with this name for this, and I was like, what about chit chat chop? And they all went, That's it. Very genius. That's it. What are we going to add that to our hashtag?
Genius.
Chef Patty, what queen of the world? Genius. There we go.
You're like Kanye West. I'm a genius.
I'm a genius. Next week.
We have Scotty Mars
We have
next week.
Scotty Mars next
Lot of
week,
fun.
and we are going to do some awesome stuff. We're actually going to do chicken, and he eats a lot of chicken. He's a super healthy eater from what he tells me. And we have Bird is the Word class on Monday, June, whatever Monday is. I'm actually teaching that class. And so I think there's a few spots left, isn't there, for Bird is the Word?
Only a few left.
I think there's like 2, maybe 3. Anyway, if you come Monday, we're going to butcher chicken. We're going to do like a buttermilk fried chicken. But with Scotty, I'm going to teach him how to do that, make a stock.
Wow.
And then we're going to make a super awesome chicken dish that he and his wife can do. So I'm excited. Scotty Mars.
Wow.
He was in a donkey booth today for Camp Day.
Oh, was
Outside
he?
Today. How cool would that have been?
And also, there's an Anderson .Paak song that starts with "The bird is the word." So you guys should have that.
Word is the word. Well, that could be our new motto, like our new song
Yeah.
at the beginning.
So good.
Word. Okay.
It's called "The Bird." Look it up.
Yes.
The Bird. Okay.
If you have the iTunes thing that ended my music career, look it up. I have it. I have Apple Music.
Oh my God, she's too funny. You're coming back, just for the record. Coming back. We didn't even touch on anything tonight. We're coming back.
I know we could get real inappropriate if we just had one more glass of wine.
More wine. Yeah, anything else you want to highlight? Like anything other, obviously you talked about season 2.
Yeah,
We didn't
just
really get involved in your story. That'll be next episode. 'Cause
Yeah.
You have a lot of cool
check out
things.
my website. Check out my YouTube videos. All 10 episodes are available on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram and join my mailing list if you want to get some sweet discounts.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's about it.
That's awesome.
That's my
That's your spiel.
whole
That's your
spiel.
spiel tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so Adam's going to count us down. We're going to say chit-chat-chat 5 times
Okay.
fast. She's ready.
Yes,
She's got a
miss.
wine glass down. She's good to go.
Yeah.
We breathed
Okay.
through it.
Ready?
We're ready in the moment.
Go down. 3, 2, 1. Ready?
Which camera are we looking at?
It's right
The
here.
one in Adam's hand. There's many, I know.
Ready?
It's very techy.
Go.
3, 2, 1.
Chit-chat-chat, 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 chit-chat-chat.
Oh, you messed up!
Chit-chat-chat, 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 chit-chat-chat.
Chit chat show. Chit chat.
Oh, she's doing it with an accent now.
Chit,
Bye,
chit,
we'll
chat,
see you
chit,
next
chit,
week.
chat,
Thanks for tuning in.
Chat show. How many swear words?
Oh, many.